Could Binance actually burn 2.3 trillion Terra Luna Classic? We need to talk about this idea that is floating around the Terra Luna Classic community, as you can see by this Twitter post from Trillion LUNC. Retweet if you want 2.3 trillion LUNC to be burned overnight by CZ Binance. Now, this idea has been floating around enough to the point where it's been in my YouTube comments, and I even saw Crypto King have to make a video addressing this topic the other day, so let's get into it. Now, for the average Terra Luna Classic investor, I wouldn't expect them to know better. There's a lot of information out there and it can become quite confusing. However, this account that ended up posting this has close to 37,000 followers on Twitter. Now, with this account in particular that's pushing this kind of deceptive narrative, I'd urge you guys to be very careful. In the past, they didn't disclose ads, so when they're doing a sponsorship or they have something that actually lets them benefit from you buying into a token sale, in this example, the Terraport private token sale, they get 10% of the value that you buy into it. And according to Twitter terms of service, they have to disclose it with a hashtag ad. They were not doing that, and I mentioned that, and now I'm blocked by them. So be very careful by people like that who don't actually like accountability. When you call them out, they just go to block you. And so this narrative comes from the fact that when we look at the top Terra Luna Classic holders, you can see Binance has just shy of 2.3 trillion Terra Luna Classic, which represents almost 1/3 of all the Terra Luna Classic supply. It's really important to understand that this 2.3 trillion Terra Luna Classic does not belong to CZ Binance. This is the Terra Luna Classic of all the people that actually use the Binance platform. And so since these assets actually belong to the users of the Binance platform, CZ Binance cannot just go burn 2.3 trillion Terra Luna Classic. It just wouldn't happen. He'd be burning other people's money. All of our community members that are on the Binance platform, all their money would be burned. And so that's not what we want, obviously. We don't want to screw over our own community. And so it's just something that can't happen. The same can be said for Kraken Wallet, a bunch of these other wallets of different exchanges. This is the balance of their user base held in these large wallets that are essentially acting as a big pool. And so really, we cannot look at this and expect to see CZ Binance burn close to 1/3 of our total supply all in one go at once, right? He has burned a lot of Terra Luna Classic through the Binance platform. We can see Binance as the #1 burner of Terra Luna Classic right now, just about 20 billion Terra Luna Classic, but that's far shy from the 2.3 trillion Terra Luna Classic that they hold, again, for all the people on their platform. However, just because Binance is not going to be burning 2.3 trillion Terra Luna Classic doesn't mean that they don't support our burns. We can see when we look at the Terra Luna Classic burns, Binance in the past, on December 1st, they burned over 6 billion Terra Luna Classic, and we are actually looking to see Binance burn another major amount of Terra Luna Classic in the billions very soon. If you want to learn just how much CZ Binance might actually burn here very soon, check out this video up here, and I'll catch you on the next one.